Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. We take a look here at the chart at the 1 hour time frame and just really wanted to outline my expectations here and the positive and the good and the attractive risk to reward or reward to risk which Ethereum currently presents to us, to traders, to investors. Can I guarantee it will work out? No, of course not. Nobody can, but nobody can, And it's all about understanding the setups where you have the best reward with the lowest possible risk. And the Elliott Waves allow us to identify these opportunities. Now let's take a look at this one. Okay, so with Ethereum, our view is, as you know, that we moved up here in a 5-wave move all the way into August 22. Yeah, we spiked here at around 2030 US dollars. So we then moved down in what you could consider either an A, B, C pattern or even a WXY, which doesn't really make a great difference here. It just differs in terms of how we are counting those waves and how far down we could come. Okay? Just to outline for you one possibility, if we have here a WXY, then you can count all of this here as a 5-wave move nearly complete, which would only be a wave A of a wave ABC pattern. So you would then move up in a B and come down in a C and could go down maybe all the way down to $1,000. Yeah, because the $1,000 level is the level that we need to hold to remain here bullish on the Ethereum chart. That is a key level. Why is that so important? Because it is the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level at here. It's 78.6 is the around about 1130 level. The 88.7% Fib level is the $1,000 level. To be exact, it's 1010, depending on which chart you measure, because there are different charts available, okay? Different exchanges, slight differences. But this is roughly the chart, and you don't want to break below the 88.7 level, otherwise it will just get completely unreliable. A lot of people talk about double bottoms in the internet. In practice, double bottoms are far from reliable. They usually don't work out. So we don't want to get down to the same level where we started. It is just not a bullish signal. I know a lot who have asked me for these double bottom scenarios, but they usually don't work out. They usually don't. I mean, even here when we look at this, this was look at this. We came down here to the 61.8% Fib level in both cases, So you could argue maybe this was a double bottom. And they do work out, but they work out not as often and as often claimed. Okay, and let's take a look here at the most imminent price action, because this is interesting and important. I still expect the price to land in this area here between 1130 and 1330. And the scenario is that we've completed a wave A, a wave B. We are now in the wave C or in the wave Y, whatever way you want to count it, and doesn't really make a great difference here in the short term. Yesterday we talked a little bit about a weekend rally, and we saw a little bit of a price increase, but nothing substantial. What I can tell you that at the moment this definitely looks corrective. We only have 3 waves up, which is a corrective wave pattern, and we could break down at any moment. I mean, I told you yesterday that in this scenario, if we count it like that, we had already reached the absolute minimum that this retracement needs to do in a wave 4, which is the 23.6% Fib level. And we have so far reacted to it. Primary expectation though would be to see the $1,500 level at least. That is the $1,500 level, the 38.2% level. And that is the ideal retracement for a wave 4, right? And then I'm ready and happy for it to break down. I mean, it could come down now, but we'll see. Okay, but it's nothing I would trade, because if it is a wave 4, usually you get quite a shallow pattern. In case it is a wave B, as I said, even though I'm still missing another wave down to have this ABC pattern ready, if it is a wave B, it could be a bit stronger, but a wave B is sort of unpredictable. So we expect possibly a little bit more upside here before we come down. A continuation to the downside will be confirmed if we go below, let's say here, 14.11, okay? And then we could, without a problem, come into this area. I currently think we might land somewhere here sort of, yeah, in the middle, around 12.50 maybe, 12.60. This would at least be a key level if we, because we can count this as a diagonal as well, yeah, which doesn't really make a great difference in the short term. But again, it means each of these waves here has an ABC structure. So that would mean that in the fifth wave, we might not come down that much, and 1260 would be a key target if we count each of these subwaves as ABC in an ending diagonal in a wave C. So again, various ways of counting this. The trend is down, yeah. We are finally getting close to my target area that we've been waiting for many weeks. And this is also the area where I am going to accumulate quite aggressively. Few people have asked me what is sort of my strategy, and let me first outline why this area is so attractive. Well, it is because the entire count here can, at least at the moment, be counted as a 1-2 setup, which means that all of this was a wave 1, this down is a wave 2. And these are probably the most attractive setups that you get, because the next wave that you would expect is a wave 3. That wave 3 can reach $3,000 roughly. The all over next bull run target is between $8,000 and $10,000. So let's say if we get down to $1,000, you could get a 10x out of Ethereum in the best case. Now that is pretty decent. That's one point. The other point is that if this support area is holding, or at least the $1,000 level is holding, you would be looking in this area at support, and then in the wave 3, this is normally the most bullish wave, that's where you want to get into. And the best confirmation that you can get is if we have another 1-2 setup. So basically a 1-2, 1-2. So 1-2, 1-2 is basically a term that we use when we refer in the second 1-2 already to the 1-2 wave of the wave 3. So when you see a 1-2, 1-2, this is the best reward to risk ratio that you get, especially if the second 1-2 is part of a wave 3, because what you're trading essentially is the wave 3 of the wave 3. That is the absolute icing on the cake. Yeah, it is the wave that you want to be invested in. Now again, it's up to you if you do it, no financial advice, it never is, but from a probability standpoint and reward to risk, this is the best you can get. Because if you get this and you buy wave 2 very close to support, or the beginning of wave 3 very close to support, then your reward is massive against the possible risk. Okay, so this is probably how I would approach this personally. Would probably not wait for the first 1-2 to play out, but it is definitely probably the best option to do it. I will already start to scale in sort of when I see that we might get exhausted with this wave down, and then probably put more in as soon as we have the first 1-2 complete. And I can't promise you that this support area hold. I can't promise you that the $1,000 will hold. If we lose it, then that's what it is. But if you have a stop loss compared to the reward, you still have little risk only, right? So the lower you are able to buy close to support, and if it doesn't hold, then you have your stop loss activated, you shouldn't really feel a lot of pain. If you feel too much pain, then you probably have invested too much. That's what it is. So that's how you scale your risk anyway, by reducing the amount that you're investing in at all, generally. What else? But this is sort of how to approach it, right? Scaling in. I wouldn't put everything in at once. You can start to scale in when you see that this move is exhausted. Maybe a new uptrend is starting, maybe the 1 of 3, and then scale more in at the bottom of wave 2, and then scale up as we go higher in wave 3. That's sort of how this can be approached. And yeah, that's my way, my view. And that's typically how you would approach it from an Elliott Wave point of view. But what I can tell you is that Ethereum definitely shows a lot of potential at the moment. There are not many charts that do. Ethereum is one of them. Then we've got Quant maybe, and we've got Matic. We've got, maybe Aave, EOS maybe. These are sort of the charts. Maybe Cosmos, even though here I would wait for the larger pullback. So that's where we are. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.